Hello and welcome to the RHS No Dig Allotment Demonstration Garden here at Hampton Court. I'm sitting on a pile of pallets which are going to become compost heaps next week, just there. And as you can see, there's not a right lot of planting here yet. That's coming later on next week. The work that's been done on the garden so far has been all of the infrastructure and creating an environment where everything can be planted into, because obviously this was grass a week ago. It's a show garden, it's a piece of theatre, it's not an actual real garden that's going to be here forever. So this area here, which the guys have prepared, is going to have a polytunnel up tomorrow. The first tunnels are coming with a polytunnel on Monday. I'm really looking forward to that. And then on the other side of the path, which is in front of me here, is a whole area which is at the moment just soil. It just looks like bare soil, and that's where we're going to be putting the compost next week to make the beds for planting out all the different plants. There's also the greenhouse and a structure which we're referring to as a one of them, because we're not entirely sure what it's called. It's a kind of Pagola, really. It's a really useful thing for this demonstration garden because it's providing a sheltered spot for all the speakers to be under if the sun's really hot or if it's raining, and that's where we can give talks. We can also move around the garden. We're going to have a PA system so everyone will be able to hear, and there's plenty of space in front of the garden for people to stand and listen and feel safe and socially distanced. There's that sound there is the sound of polythene on top of the path, which is made out of very firm gravel, so that everyone can move through the garden really safely, and you can get wheelchairs through and you can get pushchairs through. And it's covered with polythene at the moment to protect it because we're all glumphing about and there's compost and soil and all kinds of things being moved around, and it keeps it nice and clean and a nice safe space for people to move on. People have been asking actually about the greenhouse on social media, and that was made by Terry Porter decades ago. He made it himself out of wood, and it's a travelling greenhouse. It comes apart into different pieces, is fastened up and stored, and then keeps moving from showground to showground. Little tweaks each time that it's in a different garden, which is a really good use of resources because it means that the same one is used again and again and again. It's a very experienced greenhouse, that one. I would like it myself in my garden. It's beautifully made. So this is the No Dig Allotment Demonstration Garden, which is a bit different from the other RHS sponsored gardens here at Hampton Court, because we're going to have speakers here every day who are all very experienced in no-dig gardening. So the most experienced would be myself and Charles, but everybody else has all different kinds of knowledge about growing no-dig in different circumstances. We've got people talking about community growing, about growing your own food when you have the kind of job where you are working sort of 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, like most people do. We have no-dig flower gardening and growing, looking at the soil and the soil structure and the soil biology. And also Adam is going to talk about growing using no-dig when you come from a history of and a tradition of digging in your family. He's been growing since he was 3 with his granddad, and they dug 3 times a year, and now he is using no-dig principles, but obviously still honouring and respecting his gardening heritage and the ways he was taught from being a little boy. So there'll be lots and lots going on, and from tomorrow there's not going to be much time to sit on pallets and relax like I'm doing today. It's going to be planting and sorting and putting the props everywhere. Incredibly busy, and gradually there'll be more and more people working on here. So that's just a little introduction really to what is happening on this show garden, and I look forward to showing you it as it develops over the next week, and also posting videos from the show itself.